So what are some ways that you should, or what are some reasons why you should not apply for citizenship? So if you have had a permanent bar, meaning that you have been convicted of these very serious crimes, uh, while you're a permanent resident, then you're going to be banned forever from becoming a citizen, if your green card in itself is not revoked or canceled. Um, there are some other temporary bars that if you have committed any of these kinds of actions or crimes, that you may have to wait until it's been 5 years since those crimes have been committed or those convictions have taken place. So you want to make sure that, for example, if you have a shoplifting charge that you were convicted of or agreed to, then you already have, and that charge or that conviction occurred last year, and next year you're eligible for citizenship because you have 5 years of being permanent resident, you probably will not be approved for citizenship. You will need to wait 5 years from the date of the conviction before applying again. Some other bars to that could be, these are discretionary, so it's up to the immigration officer. They can deny your citizenship application because you haven't paid child support. Extramarital affairs can be considered. If you fail to register for selective service, or you fail to pay taxes and you have outstanding tax violations, those things can be reasons to deny your citizenship application. So if you have things like that, you want to make sure you clear those up before applying. And the risk of applying, as I mentioned, if you have had those issues, then you may, those issues that I just mentioned, you might not want to take the risk in some cases of applying for naturalization, because that will now have the government reconsidering or looking at your immigration record more closely. And so it could end up that if the issue is strong enough, I guess, if the issue is a revocable bar, then you may actually even lose your permanent residence. You may be placed in deportation. So just denial of your citizenship application could be the least of the issues. It could be other things. You can even be subject to criminal prosecution. So you want to make sure you have a clean immigration history, a clean criminal or no criminal record, or at least cleaned up a criminal or had a criminal record that's not that serious in order to apply. The other consideration is totally up to each individual to determine whether they lose their home country citizenship if they apply. I want to make clear the USDS does not require anyone to give up their home country citizenship to become a US citizen. It's not required at all, but what determines whether you lose your home country citizenship depends on your home country. So you want to find out from your embassy or from a lawyer in your country whether or not you would lose citizenship if you became a US citizen. So I'll just skip over that and just